Hey there, friend. This is Daily Dose Radio, your home for organic Bible study. I'm so glad to have you here with me today, here in the Bible Bistro, because remember, Daily Dose Radio is 5 minutes a day, 5 days a week, studying the Psalms verse by verse. That's what we do here. So I'm glad to have you with me. Come on in and let's study. This is going to be the end of the first half of Psalm 37 as we study it. So today we're going to be looking at verses 17 through 20. So if you have your Bible there, why don't you open it up to verses 17 through 20 in Psalm 37. Again, these divisions are artificial. They're my own, built for me to teach 5 days a week. So if you see divisions in this psalm that are better, of course you probably will. You'll just know that I'm doing, verses to give me enough material for 5 days. And especially a psalm like this, it's rather long, so I have to take big bites. 4 verses really is a big bite for us. 4 verses a day. That's what we've been doing this week. And what looks like what we're going to do next week as well. So today, here we are at verse 17. Why don't we just read today verses 17 through 20? For the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but the Lord upholdeth the righteous. The Lord knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time. In the days of famine they shall be satisfied. But the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of the Lord shall be as the fat of lambs. They shall consume, into smoke shall they consume away. All right, so that's verses 17 through 20. There's lots of things here. I think I want to start with verse 17 when he says, the arms of the wicked shall be broken. Now, we said yesterday, the Lord said yesterday in verse 15, that their sword shall enter their heart. Remember, we were looking at that. They've drawn out the sword, they've bent the bow, they're ready to attack, and yet that whole passage begins with the Lord's laughing at them. He's laughing at them. They're like children playing at warfare. And he's going to come down and he's going to take care of things. And there's a lot that is said here about the wicked. I think maybe we should do just a quick review of these verses. Because remember there in verse 2, it says, for they shall soon be cut down like the mowed grass. Let me turn back up here in my Bible. I'm looking at my translation, but let me look at the King James here. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass, and wither as the green herb. So the wicked are going to be destroyed. They're going to be cut down. That's verse 2. Fret not yourself because of him who prospers in his way, because of the man who brings wicked devices to pass. That's verse 7. Verse 8, fret not thyself in any wise to do evil, for evildoers shall be cut off. That's verse 9. Those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth. Verse 10, for yet a little while and the wicked shall not be. Yea, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. So they're going to be cut down, wither like the herb. Verse 10 says, they won't be. They're just going to be gone. The meek shall inherit the earth. The wicked plot against the just, but the Lord laughs at him because he sees that his day is coming. So you see how much of this is contrast between the blessing of the righteous man and the future judgment of the wicked man. It's going to be horrible for them. Verse 14, the wicked have drawn out the sword and bent the bow, and then he says in 15, their sword shall enter into their own heart, and their bows will be broken. For the arms of the wicked shall be broken. That's verse 17, where we're at today. But the Lord upholds the righteous. So again, the wicked man, it's not that he's just being put aside. He's being destroyed. His place is gone. He's mowed down. The sword enters his heart. The arms of the wicked are broken. That means his strength to do anything has been just taken from him. The Lord knoweth the days of the upright, their inheritance shall be forever. So at this point in the psalm, we've kind of gotten used to the cadence now. The wicked are being destroyed, but the righteous, the just, the upright, those are the ones who are being cared for by the Lord. He's walking with them. He's protecting them. And that just, speaks to the way David began the psalm. Fret not yourself because of the wicked man. Fret not yourself because of evildoers. Why? Well, we've got a whole list now, don't we? This is why. The Lord knows. The Lord knows. He knows the days of the upright. Verse 19, they shall not be ashamed in the evil time. In the days of famine, they shall be satisfied. Again, the blessing that comes from trusting in the Lord. He's going to take care of his people. But the wicked, verse 20. Okay, here it is again. But the wicked shall perish. The enemies of the Lord shall be as the fat of lambs. They shall consume into smoke. They shall consume away. So now we have the image of an altar with fire, and the fat of the lamb is placed on the altar. And you know what happens to fat when it contacts fire? It melts and smokes. And that's exactly what happens. And then the smoke just whiffs off into nothing. They shall be ashamed. They shall not be ashamed, is 19. But the wicked, they will be ashamed. They will perish. And they shall be as the fat of lambs. Just like that. Gone. Okay, well, join me again next time. And we're going to tuck in next time in verse 21. And we'll finish off Psalm 37 next week as we look at Psalm 37, 21 through 44. I hope that you'll join me then here on Daily Dose Radio.